What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Monday. I hope you guys are doing well. This is your guy, DeMarcus Tunstall with the Beta Project, and you can watch us on YouTube at Humble and Focus, all one word. And you can always come on there and watch the videos if you can't get on Facebook someday. And today is August 5th, and it's 2019. Ladies and gentlemen, guess what? It's almost December. It's closer to December than it is to January. So you have very little left as far as the year goes to kind of start getting things to work and start making some real progress so your next year doesn't look like this year. You want something different. And that actually is a perfect way to stem into today's video. And the topic today is going to be surviving versus thriving. And today's quote is, I want to thrive, not survive. And we're going to talk about why that's important here in a second. Let me go ahead and get you guys on here. What's going on? It's your guy, DeMarcus. How are you? I hope you're doing well. So, I was listening to some video today. Obviously, you know I love me some Eric Thomas, and he was talking about some things. And it kind of brought me to this whole aspect of surviving versus thriving. And why it's so important that we reach out to survive, and then past the survival is to thrive. There's some pieces of it I want you to think about. So the average person, when they come into life, they're actually, and they're kind of going, as they go through life, they're surviving. What does survival mean? Survival means that you're living from day to day, you're making sure that you're alive, you're getting the basic needs met so that you can live the next day, you're surviving. But in all reality, ladies and gentlemen, the survival aspect, which is super important. Like, without survival, you cannot thrive. There's no way to do it because you have to set the foundation of life first before you can get to the next level. And you have to be comfortable with the survival to move to the next level. But ironically enough, you can't go to the next level until you're willing to reach out of survival mode. Survival mode only protects you. Survival mode only makes sure that you get another day so you can survive another day. But there's got to be some point, ladies and gentlemen, we turn this over and we allow the thrive to happen. Now, what does thrive mean? Thrive means you're reaching out past yourself. You're asking more of yourself to give more to the world. You're thriving so you can give and you can let the world get the gift that you're willing to get. When you're surviving, I can go to this right now. So I got papers, I got notes. Surviving solves the issue. Surviving in survival mode, you're taking care of your basic needs and you're also complaining about the issues. But in thrive mode, you're solving the issues. You get what I'm saying? So here in survival mode, you're just complaining about what is because you're in the life the life you want is not the way you want. But to get to the next level, you've got to solve the problems and the issues and solve other problems and other issues for other people. So that's the issue part. You're either complaining about the issues or you're solving the issues. Surviving versus thriving. Next, survival is about now, solving right now's issues, okay? It's about the right now aspect of what's hurting you right now. If I had some sharp pain in my shoulder, I'm not worried about thriving at this point in time, I don't think, unless it's something else. But my survival instinct is to get the pain out of me. So I'm taking care of the right now aspect of the pain. But the thrive aspect is about the future. It's about creating something in the future so that you don't have the same life. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. If you're surviving right now in 2019, the only way for you to get out of survival mode in 2019 and make something big in 2020 is right now you have to not worry about survival, but start kicking forward things that are going to take you to the next level. Start reaching for things more than outside of that comfort zone. Inside of the comfort zone, ironically enough, ladies and gentlemen, I can only reach what's in front of me, what's behind me, what's inside me, what's in my arm's length, because I'm staying comfortable where I am. But in thrive mode, you have the permission to get up and you're just going to walk around because you can reach everything now. I can reach anything and everything I want to, things that were not reachable in thrive and survival mode. But in thrive mode, you're able to do that because you're moving forward. So if you want a different 2020, now's the time to step up and do something about it. Or you'll complain about 2020 and 2019, and you'll write things like, man, I can't wait to make 2021 my best year. Well, why not do it now? What's stopping you from stepping up right now and saying, I want to make 2019 my best year? It's not over yet. So, when people talk about, I'm going to eat fatty foods, and then in December 31st, I'm going to start something new. What they're doing is they're giving themselves permission to just be the same. They're surviving. Eating the same foods they want to eat, doing the same things they want to do. Because in 2020, as soon as that first day hits, of course, life will be different. No, ladies and gentlemen, it's building up. You can't get to 150 miles an hour if you've not gotten past 5 miles an hour. and meaning that it's a process, and it's not a quick process like it is if you're in a car, you give it gas and it goes. I mean, that's an act, that's a very good example of life. But in all reality, I mean, you got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you got to speed up. But you can't just jump on the bandwagon and understand why it failed. Well, it failed because you have no base. If you went immediately from 0 to 150 and you wanted to hold it there, there's no gas there, there's nothing there that's going to keep you at that high level of speed. You're going to come back down. Same thing whenever you're trying to do your New Year's resolution. That's why they don't exist. That's why they're not real, because it takes more than just changing your mindset on one day. It has to be a buildup of changing your mindset. So you got to go from surviving to daily trying to get a little bit better. So then 2020 hits, now you've got a different mindset and you can thrive. So complaining about your issues, solving your issues. Solving now's problems, to try to get something more for the future. Okay? First, you must survive. You must set your base for survival before you thrive. Listen, if you're not surviving, you can't thrive. Why do I say that? Let me show you my guy. It's one of my favorite guys. I love this guy. His name is Maslow. Abraham Maslow. He's a psychologist. He's one of my favorites to watch. Why? Because of what he talks about here. This is the hierarchy of needs pyramid. What it does, it says that, look, if you want to go to the next step and get higher and higher, and there's actually a level outside of this called self-transcendence, and that's about creating something for the future. But this is about individuals. But the first thing you have to do, just like if you're creating a pyramid, if you're gonna build a pyramid, you have to build the bottom of the pyramid first. So you have to go and take care of your psychological needs first, or sociological needs first. Air, water, food, shelter, sleep. Think about it. If you can't breathe, are you concerned about making $1 million? No. If you are starving all the time, what you're thinking about is food. Same thing with this. Then you go up from that to security needs. See, ladies and gentlemen, the first bottom two levels are 100% survival. You have to feel safe if you want to create. That's why they say some of the kids in lower poverty areas, they can't do as well because they don't feel safe. Because they don't have that safety there. Or they don't have air, food, and water and sleep. They're more concerned about surviving till the next day. So if you want to really get to the next level, you've got to be able to step outside of these basic needs of ourselves. Love and belonging is the next level. If you don't feel love and intimacy and family and a sense of connection, if you don't feel that, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be real hard for you if you're not able to take that and transform it into power like I have. Like, I have problems with friendship, intimacy, family, and sense of, I used to, because I can't say it out loud. I used to have those problems, but I used that pain that I was feeling from feeling like nobody wanted to love me and not having a place I belong. I utilized that power to create something more. That's why I'm sitting in front of you right now. That's where these words are coming from. I used my pain. God gave me pain because he knew I can handle it and turn this pain into something that can inspire. You get what I'm saying? So if you're always consistently worrying about your needs, which means you're worried about your right now, then you're worried about your survival. Self-esteem. If you don't believe you can do it, you can't do it. Self-actualization. Desire to become the most that one can be. That's awesome. It means you get to a level where you realize, hey, wait a second. I no longer need, all my other needs are met. Now I can start making things happen in the future. And that's why I want to bring that up, because, ladies and gentlemen, this chart shows as you build up higher and higher, you need less of yourself and you can start focusing more. And let's say the bottom of this pyramid, I wish I could point to, let's say the bottom of this pyramid is as far as out you can go. You can go out this far, okay? As you go up higher, at the bottom of this pyramid, all of your energy, this is all the energy you have, all your energy is focused in on this, in the whole situation. But as you go higher, a little bit more energy can be allowed and applied to things that are outside of you. And as you go, and so now you're here at the pyramid, you're at the close to the top. There's a lot more energy on the outside that you can give and utilize to grow and to really thrive. Because in all reality, ladies and gentlemen, if you're so worried about life here and living here, you can't, there's not much else energy you can give, focus you can give, other than trying to solve your own problems. How many of you guys are sitting in your own problems and you can't figure out how to solve it? Well, you got to take steps forward. You got to make moves to solve it. The thing is, ladies and gentlemen, here's the crazy thing about this chart. It's telling you that there are certain needs, but the only way to move to the next level is to put action into it. I like talking about the action. Put action into your physiological needs and to solve those so you can go to the next one to get your safety needs taken care of. without putting the actions into those, you can't go to the next level. Okay? And last but not least, is this. We're going to talk about Maya Angelou for a second. The question is not how to survive, ladies and gentlemen, but how to thrive with passion, compassion, humor, and style. To get to the level, ladies and gentlemen, where you're not just living life, but now you're living life with purpose and intention, and you have a meaning to it, and you're trying to change something, you're trying to give something more of yourself. That is the only true way to live. If you want to thrive, do it. But you must leave survival to do it. You will always, think about this, ladies and gentlemen, inside of the aspect of thriving lies survival, which means that once you start thriving, survival is automatically taken care of. You see that? That's deep. Inside of thriving lies survival. You're already taken care of. You don't have to worry about it no more. Why? Because you're thriving now, which means you have more than enough to take care of everything else. You've already taken care of You've already taken care of your sociological needs, your safety needs, your love and belonging, your esteem, your self-actualization. You're taking care of most of that stuff. So now you're thriving and everything's taken care of. Well, guess what now? You can help others. I'm DeMarcus, and I believe and I love in each and every single one of you, and I really appreciate you being here today. I hope you have a blessed Monday. And Monday is not a day to keep your head down. Monday is a great day to live. Monday is another day you have of life. So for you to say, oh man, it's Monday, I'm sad. Why? You got another chance of life. This is another day you can actually go a step forward to thriving. So if you're, I got something. I'm sorry, I gotta keep going real quick. If you're sad about getting up in the morning and you're sad about it being Monday, then that means you're not living life to the point where you have something you're living for. You're just living for your survival needs. Survival needs is never going to inspire you. It's the thriving that will inspire you. So stop staying here. Think about it right now. Think about it. It's Monday. How you feel about it. However you feel about it will tell you exactly where in life you are. I got up this morning. I was like, this is a great day. I got a lot of positive things that are going to go on today. I don't even know what they are, but I don't care because I'm going out and I'm going to go and reach for it. I need you to do the same thing. Don't just sit in survival mode like, oh man, it's another Monday. That's survival mentality. That's being able to say, oh, I got up another day, but now it's Monday, no good to go to work. Oh my gosh. Be grateful you have a job right now. And if you don't like your job, then create something outside of it. Thrive outside of your job. Ladies and gentlemen, there's options. We limit ourselves. It's not the other way around. Like we often think that the world is limiting us. No, the world is giving us limitations, but we're accepting them. We limit ourselves. So don't just stand there, ladies and gentlemen. If you're having a sad day because it's Monday, if you're upset, oh, I'm not a morning person. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You're not living for much. You need to live for something more than just your life. You got to live for something more. If you got a family, thrive for your family. If you have kids, thrive for your kids. Thrive for your community. Thrive for your family. Like I'm talking about, like your outside family. Thrive for your neighbors. It's okay. Listen, I know we live in a society where we don't help anybody. We only worry about our own. But thrive for your neighbors. Thrive because the world needs you to thrive. Thrive because you need to thrive. And that's all I got, ladies and gentlemen. Don't just worry about right now. There's more to life than right now because right now will be gone. It'll be in the past. But there's a lot of life coming up. There's a lot of life left. And you have permission from me and everybody else in this world to succeed. But you have to step up and take it. And that's all I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, I believe and I love you. I really do. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.